Tonight, we take you into a world very few ever see. A world of lost childhoods, broken homes, and second chances. Across the Caribbean, the fate of troubled youth often follow a predictable path. Arrest, courtrooms, detention centers. But what if there was another way? This is the story of young lives at a crossroads. Children who have made mistakes, some small, some life-altering, but all facing a justice system that once saw them as problems to be locked away. Now, a groundbreaking shift is happening, one that recognizes that these are not just offenders, but youth in crisis. Through raw and unfiltered accounts, we hear from the children themselves, the choices that led them here, the families who have fought to save them, and the system trying to rebuild what was once broken. Some will rise, others may fall, but all of them are fighting for one thing: a future. Is rehabilitation possible? Can a second chance really change a life? Untold Stories was given unprecedented access to the new Horizon Rehabilitation Center in St. Kitts and Nevis to find out. This is not just a documentary. It's a conversation about justice, redemption, and the power of hope. The human brain does not stop growing until age 25. The development of one's brain from age 8 to 18 is perhaps the most delicate, exciting, and rebellious time. This period is associated with the most risk-taking. No human gets to escape this moody, angsty, and confusing phase. Our teen years are not only about streamlined bodies. We are drenched with a storm of sex hormones that are associated with teenage years. But that's not all. Most of the action, it turns out, is happening in the brain. Until fairly recently, we thought that the brain finished the nuts and bolts of its development by the time we started kindergarten. But right as puberty rolls in, it undergoes massive remodeling. This amounts to several years of neural growing pains, as well as other visible physical growth. So whether you are yet to navigate it, or are going through it, or count yourself as one of the veterans of that turbulent decade, know that the result of the teen years is a stronger, faster, more sophisticated brain. But with changes come trials.
There's so much confusion, and in that confusion where they're responding to very real-life stressors, it can play out in negative ways as well.
Who's stopping you?
Stopping me? Who's stopping me?
So you see a lot more aggression in young people than you would see than when they were children for some. And then you see, we see highly sexualized behavior, lots of risk-taking, because their sense of self and their sense of mortality or invincibility isn't quite what it is for adults.
Adolescent development and confrontation with the law has plagued civilizations for eons. The first juvenile court was established in 1899 in Cook County, Illinois. Prior to that, children were imprisoned with adults. Children who were convicted of certain offenses were even sentenced to death. The Juvenile Act first appeared on St. Christopher and Nevis's law books in 1950. Its focus was to ensure juveniles were punished for infractions in accordance with the law. Between 1950 and 1994, it was not uncommon to find a 14-year-old behind bars here at the Bath State Prison. The 1994 Probation and Child Welfare Board Act sought to address this. The Harris Home for Boys was an orphanage/remand facility/juvenile prison, which operated for years as a holding facility for St. Kitts and Nevis's troubled youngsters. The flames on that fateful night in May 1998 signaled to a collective society that this punitive approach to juveniles was explosive. After a 20-year eclipse, policymakers enacted a revolutionary Child Justice Act.
Central to it would have been questions of child abuse. In it would have been issues such as if children are abused at home or in any type of environment, schools or whatever it is, it required various individuals who came into contact with them, doctors, teachers, the police, and so forth, to be able to take information from children and report that to a board that would have been established to have an oversight of how children should be protected.
The benefit of the new acts under the Juvenile Justice Reform Project, it has looked at laws involving family and children and has used the provision and articles of the Convention of the Right of the Child in the saying that children has rights, they have their voice, they have their privacy, they have the need for legal representation, all the rights that we have probably overlooked in the years past.
Attached to the paradigm shift in legislation came a brick-and-mortar facility costing $5,508,110, which was officially opened on March 13th, 2013.
In every nation, there are children who are angry. And in this nation, we are committed. Government and citizens are committed to replacing this anger with hope.
The aim of the centre was to provide a therapeutic, educational environment for young people who not only commit offence, but children that were sent by the court who were under care and protection.
But this place is more than just a beautiful building, barbed wire, and detention. 3 full-time teachers fertilize adolescent renewal.
Somewhere from actually in the main switch here, which if you look here.
We can provide a range of more academic programs such as English literature, maths, principle of business, social studies. And we have partnership work with National Skills where they've provided ICT, also agro-processing, hydroponics, and also we do woodwork and electricity.
The facility can house 30 juveniles, 20 males and 10 females, who are all assigned case managers.
I like to tell people that the caseworker does everything. From the time the child got sentenced in court to come to New Horizon, we are there to basically prepare them. We arrange a case conference, which will include different people from different agencies. So the probation officers, school counselors, parents, all of them in one room, and we come up with a care plan as a team as to what's going to happen with the child while the child is here.
New Horizon is seen by the community as the little jail for little people. We're trying to change that vision, that perception, because they remember the last facility that was there, which was the Harris's Home for Boys, which was basically children go there and they wait until their time is finished with no kind of therapeutic or rehabilitative setting. So we're trying to have that paradigm shift to people understand that this is not Harris's anymore. This is a therapeutic setting. This is a rehabilitative setting.
Reform of the juvenile justice system is predicated on the development of 4 pillars: legal reform, capacity building in the administration of the system modernization, and improving civil society linkages in the delivery of child and youth services. The Federation received $900,000 in funding from the U.S. government through USAID's $5.8 million Juvenile Justice Reform Project, or the OECS. At the May 18, 2016 closeout ceremony, the government of St. Christopher Nevis came in for high praises.
At the regional level, St. Kitts and Nevis is playing a leading role. It's the first of 3 OECS member states to pass the Model Child Justice Bill into law, signaling your government's true commitment to juvenile justice reform.
With the support of USAID through the Juvenile Justice Reform Project, we have been able to craft a system that embraces second chances, champions and alternatives to incarceration. A system that encourages effective intransiency collaboration and aims to provide quality support for young persons who are at risk or have already made unfortunate decisions, causing them to be in conflict with the law.
St. Kitts and Nevis was the first of 3 countries under the JJRP to pass the Model Child Justice Bill into law. The attached donor funding ensured training for at-risk juveniles.
It is such training, information and guidance that enable the department to launch its pilot YTS, which is Yes to Success, Diversion program in July 2015. Generalized program goal was to offer at-risk youth and young offenders a chance to bring about meaningful change in general behavior, encourage deterrence from a life of crime, and assist them with developing positive attitudes and actions to become productive citizens. One of the things that we recognized was the importance for the youth, the feeling of belonging, a sense of appreciation, a sense where they got that we have a chance, we are not rejected, we are not isolated. Diversion gave them that opportunity, the opportunity to feel as though they still are an asset to society.
Knowing is the first step. Knowing is confidence. It's a compass guiding you towards medical answers. At Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited, we are in the business of knowing where to look and what to look for. And this knowledge guides you and your health provider to your medical answers. We are the focused, precise, and confidential heart of healthcare. the invisible thread binding together all those committed to your well-being. Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited. We focus on results so you can focus on what's important. Need us? Call us. Telephone 459-2200 or visit any of our 10 locations island-wide.
They need to let it go. They need to let it go. They need to let it go.
Tabitha, Queenie, Bad, George.
We, the jury, in case number 7941, find the defendant, Anton Rice, guilty.
Are you sorry for killing that man? Mr. Rice, do you have any comments? Do you have any comments, Mr. Rice? Is there anything you would like to say? We're streaming live on the internet. Is there anything you would like to tell the world, Mr. Rice? Petitions Can Breathe a sigh of relief tonight as the one-man robbing team is taken off the streets for a long time. He was the trigger man in the horrific gas station robbery back in 2014. Reporting for ZIZ News, I am Shaira Flanders.
In a way, I just glad he over. No more coming to court. But I wonder if it could have been any different, by. Two of them lived together for a while. Everything did look good. But between he battle and she multiple man them, I wasn't a priority. Then my little sister come. By the time I was 9 and she was 4, my mother left and my teacher told me she was caught smuggling drugs and given 15 years in prison. My father, well, he treated us like it was we fault. The beatings, bad as usual. His love for the battle didn't even make it any better. I went Kayan High School in the daytime. And in the night, I had to figure out a way to hustle a little food for me and my younger sister. The older boys liked me because I could have fit through any small window. I was skilled at getting in and out without anybody finding out what's going on. For 3 years, I hustled through the neighborhood. I sure my father knew what was going on, but he never said nothing. He just banged me and banged me and banged me as usual. That last drunken beating at age 13 was my signal to bust off. I graduated from housebreaking to thieving cars.
Yeah, man, a long time them that thief. You know them boy they from since they're small. Thieving all the time, just like the father.
What I was supposed to do. No skills. And a girlfriend with a 2-year-old child to feed. My little sister in and out of trouble. I couldn't keep my hands folded. Every now and then, Mommy would send a letter promising to return soon. But I had to man up. And that night, that was it, Jed. I carried just for a backup. Maybe I did look like a bad man at the moment, but I was just a coward, frightened little boy on the inside, looking for some attention. All I wanted was the money. But life or death was just around the corner. I panicked. I spent 2 days on the run, and my entire life flashed before me. Who I could have blamed? My mother, who never studied me? My rummy father? The system which forget me or never even care if I did come school? Now I had blood on my hands. He gave me 22 years. And my sister? Today she gonna be facing the court the 4th time for thieving. Unlike me, I hope they will give her a second chance. A second chance to learn a skill. I know she like cooking. A chance to get counseling. I hope they will stop thinking so much about locking up and more about training. So when they drop you, you can be productive in society at least. I hope she gets a better chance in society. I wish I could get a second chance. But balling can't help me now. Lord.
Novel. Revolutionary by regional standards. Supported by the bureaucrats. Funded by the agencies. But what was the genesis of it all?
A beautiful day. A day to give thanks and praise to Almighty God and for all the good gifts and the good things that you have endowed upon us, your children.
Well, mother loved me, but I used to just take she love for granted. She tell me must don't left the yard, I left the yard. I don't follow company, I follow company.
Dad, come go to the shop. Oh my God, was all my God shop. You have to show me some respect, you know? Show you respect? You're not my father. You're married to my mother, you're not my father. That's the point.
In my mind, he's a punk. Like, I don't respect him. Talk to me and so tell me must turn on him, must turn it up harder. I went to school and I come back, he locked the door, locked me out, so I end up take my hand and box out the glass and open it and go inside and I call police and so. But I wasn't thinking, I just broke it. He was very ignorant. He wanted good fun to discipline me and so, but the discipline, I can't take on too much strictness, so I just like resist.
This rebellion was a precursor to an avalanche of problems. A run-in with the Nevis police ended with his bicycle being confiscated.
Brother man, you're riding on the wrong road, man. That's a one-way straight, man. Huh? Come on the bike, come on the bike, come on the bike. Come on the bike, brother man. Get to the bike and come on.
Unlike most teens who would go home to tell their mom, this teen turned to YouTube.
How to make nuclear bomb and I look it up and I tested it out in my yard. I went down for certain things and I tested it out in my yard and I tried to got and I hear bows. And I walk and I look and I said the bottle rip up, like bust up. I said yes. And I said just from that I got it in my head, so I just went in there. I met both of them. I had 3 under the tree.
The homemade bombs were deposited inside this police station. Within hours, the kid was in the slammer.
Stop resisting, stop resisting. Hey, Sarge, the youngster who just shot him mom in the station.
His growing rap sheet meant this time he would have to face the courts.
I went to court, they just asked me what I do if I take a trip because they take my bike and so. And she just said she would give me 5 years, she would give me 5 years in HMP, but my probation officer begged and send me to Horizon. Horizon now, you can say it's a good place. You got your ups and your downs. Sometimes you feel vexed and angry when people irritate you. And they teach you education, and that's a good thing, because I could not read. And they come over to read now. Every Monday afternoon, they come and teach us some skills on generator, transformer, to wire house and so. Well, I want to be an electrician. Well, I know how to wire transformer, I know how to wire a whole house, I know how to wire, as you say, a whole car.
From here, where there is over here, this is empty.
Okay, by now you should have finished that exercise. Let's get back to the work, please. Okay.
I attended school and I was coming down on the second farm corridor and a young girl was interfering with me and I hit her. And she went to make a complaint. She said that I dig in she eye, but I didn't dig in she eye. I hit her but I didn't dig in she eye. And the teacher came and he hauled me up and I tell him to let me go and he didn't want to let me go and I hit him and he hit me back and we started to fight. Then the principal came and took me down to the office and then I went down to the office. I was down there for about an hour and a half and then I started feeling cold because the office having AC and I asked them if I could step outside for a while and they said sure. And then I went outside because I was waiting for my suspension form and I went outside and I went over to the learning support lab but stand up and talk to him. A boy came out and he said, I believe her bad and it's long time he want to hit me and I must wait till he done fix his clothes and he gonna give me a hard slap. And I stand up and I was waiting for him to hit me. And he done fix his clothes, he was walking off.
Where you going? After saying I'm busting that step, you don't fix your clothes, huh?
He started fighting and I boxed me in the temple and just knock out. I put shackles on my foot and shackles on my hand and when I was leaving, the boy parent, his mother said to go with me because I am a criminal and they just expelled me from school.
You haven't paid before me?
countless times.
The mother said she fed up of seeing my face, and therefore, if I can't learn to behave and stop beating up people's children, she gonna send me Horizon. They calmed me down by the Remand Center, and I looked down the hall. I was like, what? With all them padlocks, and they tell me I can't go into a cell, and I went in. I was thinking back on a lot of things, and I was saying I should have, and I started crying.
Violent outbursts were not her only challenges.
I was sexually harassed when I was 11, and then after that, a lot of things just changed for me. I started like getting attracted to boys older than me.
Shuffle this,
My mother tried to stop it. She tried to beat me, but nothing helped. My sister tried to beat me, nothing helped. They placed me in a children's home. And a staff hit me, and I walk out. And they said they're going to take me back again.
Months later, a paradigm shift appeared over the horizon.
Now I came here, I learned a lot about life, mostly. Because staff to sit down and they try to talk to me, and I learned to have a lot of ambition. People tell me that they believe in me. And my mom, every time my mom comes, she just quiet. She just say I change a lot. The way I speak, I change a lot. That when I go back home, I want to go smoke. I want to live in the same community. I even told me case that I want to join the cadets because I was listening to the radio and they were saying that the cadets is a disciplinary program. I learned differently here. By saying that, I mean that while you're here, is that you're getting more attention because less people, and if the teacher attending to one, you're going to simply call for the teacher. But when you're in Washington Archibald High School, everybody can get the same attention individually. I'm not going to a different school. I'm going back to the same school setting. But I've suggested to my caseworker that the beginning of school, let's have a big assembly. The whole school come together and have an assembly. And I was asking the caseworker if I could just go and say something, because I don't want, if somebody get me angry, certain people expecting me to do this and other people expecting me to do something else. But I just want to show them that I'm done with that, finish. Much people ain't gonna listen to me, but at least if some do something.
If I would have known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would have made the moments last a little longer. 'Cause now I'm alone, and you're just a memory in my mind. I would have given anything to say goodbye. My big bro, the general, Jay. 21 gun salute, I'll see you soon on the other side. If I would have known, if I would have known, I'd have broke parole and come home sooner. If I would have known.
Siblings and grandparents. No.
14-year-old Tabitha is originally from McKnight. She has been a resident at New Horizon for nearly 3 months. Her favorite subject is mathematics. But it was the sum of her teenage anger and consistent rounds of fights which landed her here.
Hello, what's happening behind you? Last time I said to stand. Alright then, since you don't want to abide by my rules, leave the classroom. Alright.
I had a fight in Bastille High School and one in Kayan High School. I was in my classroom and my teacher sent me out because I had a little breakout with an ex-girl in my class was, not the one who I was fighting with. And the teacher sent us by the office. I don't know if I was going to stab the girl.
But this was not her first arrest. This time, she was held for 72 hours. Tabitha was moved from Bastille High to Washington Archibald High School, but the drama went beyond the uniform. She provided constant disturbances in the classroom, much to the annoyance of teachers and students. Eventually, the streets welcomed her.
We had different things and different people in that mix.
Then, the inevitable.
I was anxious. Certain and fighting at the same time. And then I started to think, if I'm able to carry a child, and it was the responsibility and everything in my mind, what belonged to the boy.
Miss Quilly, stand. I will send you to New Horizons for 2 years.
Her wayward ways caught up with her. The sum of classroom fights and teenage promiscuity landed her here.
This time and this place is for me to sit down and think about my new life.
Tabitha will serve a 2-year sentence. Her baby is due in 2016.
Being over here, I just get to think more and about the things that I do in the past, and I just realize who I be and why I do them.
Stealing, housebreaking, drug-related offenses, assaults and fights are the major offenses reported against juveniles. The causes, though varied, remain consistent over the years. Peer pressure, materialism, lack of parental control, drug abuse, and the absence of positive role models were the main causes of delinquency. Another critical factor is the inextricable link between poor academic performance, delinquency, criminality, and violence.
Give me the definition of wrong.
School was like trouble because I never really take on school now. And when I really went to high school and so on, in the classes, I'm like, so some of people in the class now, me getting the attention I want because I want to learn, but I slow already. But so me want nobody laugh at me and them things. I just got step back, like be in the back of the class and cause mischief and so to get run out and some more of the time. In class, like, I pick on the other students.
Mr. Brown, behave yourself, please.
I think the teacher was trying to correct me, but because of my slowness, I see it as embarrassment in front of the students, and because I already slow, me want them not slow and laugh at me. So, try my best to get out the class.
From age 12, he was hooked on marijuana, and violence punctuated his gang life.
So when I walk, I get a buckle in the back of my head and fight start and then gun pull and Well, one of them was running and stabbed him in the back.
By 13, he developed a penchant for housebreaking. His MO? Kill the dog, break the door, and take as many electronics as possible. It is a parent's responsibility to monitor their children's assets, considering they don't work. His deception kept his mom in the dark. His was now a well-known face to police. His penultimate arrest would be for $23.
They give me a child there, I believe, is beyond can control. And his daddy trying to join, she not remind me to hear.
He has been a resident here for nearly 18 months. Principles of business is his favorite subject.
Easy to learn in over here, different class. It's only like the highest number of people you find in a class is 6, 7. And easier to learn because the teacher have more time to break it down. And the teachers here break down stuff to the lowest, so you understand better. Well, I've changed a lot in my anger and learn better in my schoolwork, see things differently.
His story is not unique, but poses challenges for the multiple agencies dogged with juvenile issues on a daily basis.
We have serious challenges with behavior, and also academic performance is seriously affected because if they're not able to settle down, follow instructions, follow the academic program, then we see a fallout. You'll see them more involved in fights and various behavioral challenges throughout the school day. First response is parental involvement. Get the home and the family involved. Trying to identify what are the contributing factors for this type of behavior and how the school and the home can work together to resolve those situations.
The challenge comes when we have juveniles who are repeats with more serious offenses, like juveniles who may have come, you might have found him with a spliff, and then sometimes those juveniles come a little later down and it's not a spliff, they have enough that you could consider trafficking. Those that come who they say are beyond care and control are normally juveniles who would have been reported to the department by either a parent or guardian who would have said that my child is getting involved in stuff which tends to be a breach of the law, or their child is one who just has no longer has any respect for the authority and so won't abide by the rules, is on the street. Sometimes we have incidents where the juveniles challenge them, actually hit them, and so they are, as it were, they are reaching out for help from the department.
I don't know what else to do.
Bernadette Francis is a typical parent with hopes and aspirations for her son. Her challenges with him began while he still had his milk teeth.
He got in one fight in kindergarten. This child took away a candy. I think he called him a punk or fascist, something like that. So the fellow went and they got into one another's faces and then the son slapped him.
Yes, mommy. Come here.
Mama, I don't know.
Marijuana!
Her brand of discipline was ineffective, grounding and beatings had little effect, and as puberty set in, the gravity of his fights escalated.
Fighting, a gang fight, and he had a sharp object, like a homemade shank. It's like a nail with wood with some tape around it. So he got suspended for that. I wouldn't say I was soft, I would say I was lenient.
But what should a mother do when she discovers that her teen is on dope?
I grabbed him and I was like, what the hell you doing? I mean, were you smoking? And then he pushed off my hand and he said, me and smoking to get, how you ought to get locked up, smoking to get vibes, I think. So I think I wigged out again. I think I just lost it and I beat him like really, really bad. And then he ran away.
He had been booked for possession of marijuana, curfew violations, and numerous fights. As a last resort, Mom enrolled him in boot camp, yet her son seemed bent on an errant path.
Friday afternoon, I think she said she just came from the bank. The bag that he snatched was the inspector's wife's purse. He said he took the money and threw the purse and the other stuff away.
For his crime, her son was ordered to the New Horizon Rehabilitation Center, much to the relief of his mother.
I don't know what else to do.
The only thing I can do to help you is to send Bart to the New Horizons Rehabilitation Center.
Mommy, help me now, Mommy.
He turned to me, he said, Mommy, please don't let him send me there. I definitely don't want to go there. I'm going to change and stuff like that. So I said, we've been to this back and forth. We've been to this for like almost 2 years. And you're being locked up non-stop and it's not getting better, it's getting worse.
But I try everything, Bart. I try everything.
Yeah, Mommy, you love me, Mommy.
You love your son. It's because I love you why I want you to go. I want you to change.
To me, it's either they put you there and I get to see you live to be older, or you stay outside on the street and then I have to bury you like in a month. I would say never give up. To love, try to understand your child as best you could, and just always let them know that you're always there.
Introducing a new way to power your journey, brought to you by Lucelec.
In my busy work day, every minute counts. Lucelec chargers keeps me on the move.
For me, it's about getting around and helping create a cleaner future for myself, one drive at a time.
With the Flash Charge app, charging is simple. Tap, plug in and go. Wherever I am, Lucelec's got me covered.
Lucelec's EV charging network. Fast, reliable, and always there for your journey. Download the Flash Charge app today and power your journey with Lucelec.
Meet Sandra Maynard. The architect, Sandra and her team designed and implemented the Yes to Success Diversion program, which offered young offenders a chance to bring about meaningful change in general behavior, encourage deterrence from a life of crime, and assist them with developing positive attitudes and actions to become productive citizens. It sought to equip participants with information and soft skills that would improve job acquisition and retention. After intense training, participants became certified in tiling, landscaping, and culinary arts.
It was pretty good. We learned how to do pizza, bread, buns, raisin roll, coconut drops. And we learned how to do rice in oven as well.
Everybody deserves a second chance. So it doesn't matter. Once they have the interest, I'll be willing to teach anybody. It doesn't matter. Criminal background.
The Yes to Success recipe was not only flavored with hard-boiled skills, but served with the intellectual delicacies of job interview skills, basic resume development, workplace ethics, conflict resolution, and strategic decision-making for balanced, wholesome employment. This watering hole has been pouring for over 25 years. Its proprietor has a keen eye for food mixed with rehabilitation and reintegration.
Judge is a superstar. Judge is a good guy. He's a good guy. He's willing to learn, he's listen, and he can do anything in the kitchen. He can clean the fish, he can cook it, and he can serve it. Judge is good. Judge has potential, you know.
But the chef comes with a rap sheet.
We all make mistakes as kids growing up, man. That's why we need a second chance, you know. I was a kid once, and sure you was a kid once, and we did stupid stuff, you know, and but Judge is a good kid. Again, influential by his friend, and young people that need work. They need something to keep them occupied, and that's why they get together and do silly stuff. And most of them, if you talk to them, they're really, really good boys.
As everybody say, I'm not a... well, I try my best to behave in school, but as people say, I'm the worst. I try to show them I'm the best, they still look at me as the worst. After certain things I learn about the law and such, it have me like cool down with my behavior a little bit, stop getting in trouble, stop troubling people, things and stuff like those. Well, without this program, I think I wouldn't have been here. Maybe dead or in jail.
On June 8th, 2014, a home was burglarized. Everything from flat screens to foodstuff, shoes, and other electronics were lifted. Within days, the perpetrator was nabbed and hauled before the court. Only thing is, he was 15 years old with a long rap sheet and a myriad of mitigating factors for his criminality. His crime still haunts his conscience and, no doubt, traumatizes his victims. Restorative justice is a theory that emphasizes repairing the harm caused by criminal behavior. It is best accomplished through cooperative processes that allow all willing stakeholders to meet, discuss, and resolve. This can lead to transformation of people, relationships, and communities. At 11:21 a.m., Colin and Roger Gums, the victims of the home invasion, walked into the offices of the Ministry of Community Development for an unprecedented confrontation.
I want to take you back there because I'm here to start over. But I would really like to know how you got inside the house. Yes.
Well, he was a stone to be a window. And open it. And I went through.
I met a knife on the bed. You brought it with you. It doesn't belong to us. On one of the beds. Suppose it was like if my child was home. You think you would have used it? Knowing who you are.
At the time?
Yeah, at the time.
Maybe.
I can find it in my heart to forgive you. I will forgive you. But please promise me, when the time comes for you to come back out into society on your own, please think twice before you do that action again. Please, I am begging you. I have forgiven you. So you can move on with your life and move on positively, contribute positively to our nation. No more statistics. If and when you come out, it's like, it might be hard for me to say, come to my home. But I work at the post office. I can tell you where I work. And I'm almost certain, not I'm almost, I am certain that once you come and look me up, I'm going to accept you with warm, open arms. I love to hug. I love to hug people. And before I leave here, I'm going to give you a hug to show you that I'm sincere and I have forgiven you.
I just hope this is not a show and then when you look 2 years down the road we hear your name in someone or something again, because this won't make any sense. A lot of people out there will be probably saying, we'll be writing you off, but you gotta prove them wrong. You know? And I must compliment you for coming and doing this, because I don't know how much of the guys over there would do something like this. So I gotta compliment you. I mean, this is something. I mean, this is a start. First start is acknowledging you made a mistake.
Forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. And I think that's a very important statement there. We have to learn to forgive if we are going to be forgiven.
We all have sinned and come short. Some sins are revealed better than others. Some people are just better at hiding theirs. Somebody gave somebody a chance throughout life, and we need to give each other a chance. We need to be more forgiving.
And if this person is coming to you and asking you for a second chance, the only way you'll know if that person is worth it is for you to give them that chance.
My message to employers is that everybody deserves a second chance in life. And if you look at yourself when you were probably growing up and looking at our own experiences, there isn't nothing perfect. The way of life is a difficult one in itself.
I actually encourage the resident not to listen too much to the naysayers, because there will be so many of them.
The law itself, once the juvenile is 18, their records are wiped. So it is as if they never offended. And if society is not willing to, give our children another chance to do something good, then we would be career criminals of them.
First, I would ask them if they've ever made a mistake in their life. Were you forgiven? Were you able to move forward with your life? Why cannot we apply this same principle to children? We have to remember they are children.
Are you steel bending and cutting on your construction site? At Caribbean Metals Limited, we use state-of-the-art technology and machinery to fabricate all the steel you need for your foundation. Starter bars, U-links, stirrups, columns, beams, and any bent bar. Reduce your project time, cost, and material. Let Caribbean Metals bend your steel and increase your savings significantly. Come in, call, email. We will do the rest. Caribbean Metals Limited. We've got you covered. Guaranteed.
So what happened to you? You look like your friends are come see you.
What you expect? 3 years. May I see you? May I hear you? I saying you're dead?
Why, Antoine? I was locked up for 2 years.
So where you was last year?
That's a long story.
Yeah, watch here. Just hurry up, you check before the guard come and carry me back inside.
You remember the last time when I see you in court? That was one of the worst days of my life, you know. In fact, that was one of the best days of my life. An angry, scared, immature girl. I couldn't believe strangers could love someone like their own flesh and blood. That counselor, she was God sent. You know how feisty I be already. She listened to me, you know, and she guided me. My dream was always to be in the kitchen. The staff in the place knew that. And everything from individualized attention to sexy I got.
Hey, girl, what's going on? You ain't sound so stupid no more, man. You know big words now, eh? Yeah.
Bye. Everybody telling me talking funny nowadays. I just continue telling them I'm a well-educated person. Check it out. Anyhow, I underwent some vigorous theoretical training in culinary arts now.
Alright, but what that?
But that's cooking. Yeah. When I was living a place, it had hurt me heart, cause them people was like family to me.
The mother and then the train them and so.
I watch girls with more issues than me come live with sexy distinctions. I was ashamed when the man was listening me. I thought the man would look down upon me and laugh after me. But everything from manager straight down to co-workers, everybody just opened their arms and welcomed me. I don't want to let myself down. May want to let my teachers down. I may want to let me down. I got accepted to do my bachelor's. And I'm learning to drive. That's truly terrifying,
Sis, I'm proud of you,
Time up, young man.
And mommy would be proud of you too.
Young man, time
Sis,
up. Time up.
Don't mess up on the second chance, eh? And don't take so long to come see me either.
Could go on and on. The fool has never been